Hello, everyone. Patrick Befi, um, Sikasen, na utibiti High Life Radio, na uti Sikasen program in the Brown, Patrick Befi, EBM. Na ewo topic be a ebe juma. Very simple, but very, very powerful. And ebe come before, I would like you to share, like, and subscribe. Again, High Life Radio. Discussing Patrick Befi and OTA. So, like, share, and subscribe. Sorry, say you're late and kakra. Usually it's 37 and then you're late kakra. Again, welcome. Welcome everyone. Or questions. Be sure obit me their tomb. Chat box you be some. As corner. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Patrick Befi again. And a topic about flexing today, crying tomorrow. The 70-30 rule nobody wants to talk about, or nobody wants to hear. And then they become one same. 70-30 rule nobody wants to hear. A topic be like I said, very simple but very powerful. And then they become one same. What do you wonder say why your money disappear so quickly? See, every month we hear Juma hard. Yet by the end, now ubisa self say. Bisi can cry for the fire. You see, the truth is say, and yet sex can find the fire. But we need plan. So when you plan, so money will always, especially when it comes to money, if you don't have plan for your money will always slip through your fingers. You see, that's why we need a simple system that will work for you or work for anyone. You see, you need a plan, you need a system, you need strategies to be able to do that. So, and then you share Ruby, which is a system, it's a very simple system. 7-30 rule with you. You see, the rule can change your financial life forever. So be this one, and you're complicated though. It's easy to understand and very easy to apply, and it's very practical. Now here Juma, so income can see we make 100,000, 200,000 a be Juma ma. We make income ke twaso a be Juma ma. That's why I'm saying say very simple but very, very powerful. See, the best part, and they say, you don't need to be a financial expert and stand waiting you to this simple plan. You only need to be disciplined. Now be consistent. And now there should be consistency. The 70-30 rule, very simple. You divide your income into two. 70% it be expended, 30% for investing. And very simple, like I said, but powerful. You see, most people spend everything our money. And we invest BBR. You see, they be because we invest BBR. And yet, you have to at least invest something. But they spend everything. You see, most of us, we are stuck at where we are. So this rule, it better help one enjoy life. And guess what? At the same time, still we enjoy life now is how build the wealth. It's not about restriction, it's about the balance. Because you be spend it at the same time being invested. So you be enjoy life. Not at the same time, you be too. You see, at the same time, you more pay, so you be more pay your bills. And I'm also having fun. and yet too much, but I'll be having fun. Now, at the same time, you secure your future. You see, the same time. You see, imagine so you live comfortable today while I all prepare for your tomorrow, which you will be in your side. And this is what this rule helps you to do. The 70-30 rule. A more control over your own money. It gives you peace of mind. You see, they be a peace of mind. Peace of mind, no. And I brown live from paycheck to paycheck, and I say income better is a man echo. Now, yeah, the BIA they can. The BIA call for Kukuga borrow money. Intimate to your school fees, intimate to your way, a hospital, in your scan, this will help you to stop borrowing every month. Because can be taught in Semaneko, because we need plan, you need strategies, you need systems. But you dear before so bit me yes, Sanya man at the better place. And he sell the Bobo Siandia, so follow this plan and be your friend. Best a bit more start say who dream bigger. You see, financial freedom, it begins with clear plan. So when you plan and you say free run a bit tall, more will be in, and you say free run a bit tall, or more plan. And this is one of the simplest plans. A bit me up, I'm more found it, and as I'm with me, I build the world. It's where ready. So be control your own money. Stay with us. Into the next few minutes, you best start to see break it down. 70-30 rule. Sini see Juma. Sini be see abuao. It be show how it is, how powerful. It be show how ubetimi start. And yet a true and you become awesome how you beat me a stati. See a shisha man. I'm a sani mani na timiakuye. Yes, obey a perfect condition and son wait me and as will beat me a stati. Do Yanis will be making decision. And then why you ready? Make decision what take the next step. Why ready Nana? Small action biana baby add up as time goes on. See? There can be consistency. Better any small actions. I'll be starting net. Said the air can so I ready. Kakra. But man, a big results. The people work. See your future. At the wow same. That's all yet this planner. But I can see your future. Your future. And I say your future better was it. Because the results not the bedroom it be different. You see if you are sika responded to directional and boundaries. What sika responded to. Money doesn't care about your feelings, and I say, what about your feelings? No, you don't say no. Responded to response out with the man and your friends say directions. And if you give your money a job. Ebeye jumama. Bamane nam basa. Winsena eden era it disappear. So the 70-30 rule gives you gives your money clear rule. Spending has its place. At the same time, investing has its purpose and also kwakwe. Together, it be creative balance and progress. Instead of kind, so why you ready and then me start it. Because this is a very simple plan, but at the same time, very powerful. You see, you are hooked. Now, maybe it's a direct question. Who feel say, o salary be bibia, the biana vanish. I want to trace who baby echo. We are Juma Senemekan. Be me a Juma me and son. Went very hard. But by the end of the month, no account I empty. I didn't hear. You see, problem and yet the you income now office is so. The problem is the missing plan. Most people spend it impulsively, hope say, and be. No, hope's any financial strategy. You cannot use hope, say, a financial strategy. Can be able to be out spending in by a mum who hope say, say, lot to be an happy be free through number toho. And as will be wager or be wager or japadi, and I say, BB kakrakabi, babato and say, no, and yes, Sana finance it here. Hope and your financial strategy. The 70-30 rule I become once. It gives you a clear path, a bit more clear path. And it teach you how to spend with, intentions. Because in the broad map, we just spend like Congress. No, Nancy is kind of and say, yes, spend it. And it teach you how to invest. Again, like purpose. Let's say, with your purpose, winning the way. The investment, air cost at the same time, so we'll spend it well. It will be focused so. Ebema also focus on long-term results and steady growth. Short-term near man because finance, to 2 years, and that short terms, short terms, amount how short term, yeah. But after a while, we say, it's our problem, that's our baby, man, that's our cry. So anytime you're talking about finance, make sure so think it long term. To be started today, regardless of your income level. You see, the earlier we're starting on, the smoother your journey will become. You see, money management is not only for wealthy people saying the BAC and may train them in the CB answer, may train my AC answer, Nyaman to 2 years. For every worker, every business person, every student, and family saying your situation city BR. But you manage your money, your friends say, money, let me build the world. You see, the whole thing is the simplicity. The simplicity. Because you move Bromfi said building wealth, and I say, try to be invested crown is so complicated. Yes, and it's here. You see, the simplicity is the strategy of a Rufo, the friend saying 70-30. Yeah, a complex, whatever spreadsheet, you can just say 2 pen, 70-30. It should be for spending, it should be for investing. You see, when you control spending now, you reduce stress. Because in the one you go through stress because of currency. And I didn't think currency you have no plan. You need plan, you're not say spending just how. You see, when you start to invest it consistently, consistently, most start increasing your options. Most options, options be brave. It's in balance because we were 70, we were spending, we were 30, we invested. You see, you're not spending everything and you're not investing in it, all of it, because what chim now we in it, You see, it brings balance. The balance brings confidence too. Because when you say dance the wachi, when you say dance will scasso the spend it. And confidence in immediate deba, it brings momentum. Momentum to bring what? Results. So the 70-30 rule, it turns confusion into clarity. It turns scattered habits, habit videos, just into simple routine. Because you need the BIA. Every time be a paycheck and I say income a salary in the BIA straight. It's the way you confused on your man. Ask a habit be on Tiasino. Muse, I feel very simple. Now, see, because 10 is our routine, is very simple. Like 10 wishes into workable plan. If you dive deep into this 70-30. Because the 70-30 cry any day. 70-30 rule is a straightforward, budget approach. Like I said, you don't have to go through this big spreadsheet and Abibia Sakra. You can make it very, very simple. By the way, my year budget, your friend is saying, your budget, you my year plan, we are better one, hope so use a bit use. But even if you don't want to use that, you can make this very simple way a bit me a bow, a more timia day, a build the world. You Simple. You divide your income into two buckets. Said the American 70% goes to spending, 30% goes to investing. You see, spending it covers your friend saying your current life. Now investing some build what? Your future life. See, if you are spending too much every money and going into debt, you see, you are spending your future even money and you have nothing left. At the end, I'd be investing for your future. Because you're 2025, but remember, you are in debt already, so I'll spend it 2026, you'll be every year. At the end of the best, we'll be invest here. A bit in your bow, I'm 2045, so I'm not retire. Wait me a use. By this rule, 70-30 rule, said the American. Simple, divide your income into two buckets. 70% goes to spending, 30% goes to investing. It is 7. Your friend says spending no be cover current life, the cost of life in the year BBR. Now, the other 30% no, and build it for your future life. It's a complicated math BL. It doesn't require say we are D&D math and son what is as we are. It's very straightforward. It's very clear. Really a clear your friend saying decision each month. They also clear every month beyond. This is what was setting up. You see, this method will help you to control your cash flow. Because we know in the area, and that help you take waste and impulse purchases. If you budget, if you expenses, now increase your net worth over time. Because remember, we are consistent here. 30% a year save, and I say you invest it all the time. Whether rain or shine, we are investing 30%. As time goes on, because that wealth now are starting to build it up. Because already we're starting clear the waste, who reduce waste, impulse purchases, who jives animal. It was our network as starting, cost. You see, spending wisely means say now we will spend wisely. It meets if I say the need, it needs enjoyment life. Also, we will say we have to enjoy life at the same time. We're planning for your future, and that's what to be for your future. Because here, some of us know you're one-way street. If enjoyment, can never near boom that one. This plan doesn't do that. 70-30 rule help who enjoy life without excess. Now we invest wisely, so it means you are buying assets, a big grow your value, and that's a big grow in value. There are so many things happening asset happening at all. There are so many things. But when it comes to investing and look at your environment, environment. You see, the goal is to make your money work while you sleep. So that 30% now, you're investing. The goal, say, bedroom point, we don't have to work anymore like we are working. But that money is going to be making money for us. You see, Warren Buffett maybe was if you do not find a way to invest in such a way, say, whilst you're sleeping, your money is working for you. I don't think so. Be a so yes, sir. At least even crowd when you judge my own section, I do baby. What found you see, when you invest, who create future income, man. Who spend intentionally, who avoid the unnecessary data all the time of at because all the time you are making sure, say, you are spending Nyama here. So Nyama here will spend it with those things now. And I won't put pressure on yourself. And I won't go into debt because you are living within your means. You see, the rule, they say, a blended lifestyle and wealth building. That's the 70-30 rule. It's simple, practical, said the kind, but it's very powerful. Because I grow up by BBB all the time, as we are doing gradually, we say at the investment asset, we'll buy them gradually, we say the whole and be a bit me used to say the kind of one. Here, financial degree, money focus, discipline, and consistency. 70-30 split, split and I say critique wealth boundaries, because when you say 70 na me use go over that, when you say 30 na me spend it go over that. It keeps lifestyle from say investment that they are investing in investing we say wow was happen. Now all the time and more opportunities, but because all the time you have something invested. Now the biasu the big go. The piano invested because you are constant every day, every month, every week when in the way. And so now the balance is not the magical. The routine, that discipline, that consistency, the biawayan, that is the engine. And the results now a basum, and then the reward. That is the reward. So 70-30 rule is very simple. Be a bit me use. It didn't mean here 70-30 rule. You see, the rule matters because life is unpredictable. In a bit me see crowd, we are sequel. And Nyama is so changey. They change so quick. So we need that. And you need here be sure just say you invest your money all the time. Life is unpredictable. It doesn't matter in the city. If your economy is in the city, you see emergencies that happen. Surprises appear without warning. If you don't have a plan, without a plan, those moments will be a crisis. You see, so type high. Now we need those plans. We need plan be a watchy crana. We hear 100 cities a quarter tie. Now a manson. We hear $200 acquire a car a manson. Because tie a be paya. Most of the time in my warning, it be sometimes it be a who say be cost answer. But we na pie. And our engine crab say ya a man warning. That is why he say all this. And beside that, see if me a Juma cran here, you cran into me a Juma forever in our life. You get to a pointer. Into me a Juma. You see, economy can be very challenging. Prices are cost. I don't know where you are, but you see everywhere, baby, you are seeing changing your cost. So you need a plan. A plan, with my advice is for 70-30 rule. Be change you situations in the city and found this car making and found this in the city. A bit change you finances just like that, like day and night. Because the balance is the strategy. You see, prices are going up, jobs are changing. Yes, you see, just say we should the way in near cost now. So many jobs are becoming obsolete. They change it just like that. Circumstances are shifting. So a balanced strategy, like 70-30, will help one more to be adapting those unexpected changes about jobs, about prices, about those things, about the economy. You see, spending gives you stability today, but investing gives you what we call security tomorrow. And for security, but fashion investing be a way, fashion asset be our top, have more cash flow. That's where the security is. I quite remember saying me brave training say, hey, one more US, no, federal job there, a security, and it will be anything casa be open up with you just like that. So it tells you, say, security in near Germany, by investment away, or the value out there to also. You see, if you spend all your money, you limit your future. Yes, if you spend all your money, it will be limited your future. Because if you spend a portion of it, the investor, you expand your future. You see, financial freedom requires decision, not wishes. You see, this is discipline, the bridge between goals and outcome. This will keep you control of your own money. Borrowing. Why? Because you know, say, or because every month, every week, you keep on investing in this 30%. You're spending 70, you're spending 30. You see, sometimes crying out feeling guilty. So we see kind of was spending in this free you of your guilt. Because you your bony plan or spending we are more dream. But if you stick to this plan that you're spending 70%, but 30%, then you invest it. Guilt no correct. Because the best stop from cycling of borrowing every month be scan cry what you cry a month in you cry na kwa piska a borrow from you. By that day back is changing and say both say yes now a change that habit. And I say it changes that habit about that habit of investing every month. Now you stop borrowing. Now you investing because 70% will make sure and the best sum. Now 30% will make sure so invest it. You see now shifting that habit. So monthly, now you're investing. It's not about so we cheap and I say we are rigid and I be how. It's about being wise and intentional. Because we being who want a comfortable retirement. Now require preparation because we person retire comfortably. Preparation. You see, many times they food didn't come on retirement. You can't do You see, so many few times now we say we do things about retire comfortably. Even be broad more to say retirement now tough. Tough. Because can be a baby home, because you're investing, because you're ruby say you're strategic, because any systems be in place. We are just spending everything just like that. You rely on the BBA government better one. It's not the government better one and Kwani and Sabeka. And so most of the time, most people rely on that. Because of that, almost can cry and enter also. Now baby cry now, what the boo near government cry beside the Biatua. Never one. It's already you wouldn't hear this plan yesterday. Because even business cry now be we have capital. So if you investing, if you have investment, constantly you're investing, opportunity be bad, will seek out crab between yesika between the eye. You see, so 70-30 rule, a support to both ambition, spending the help, investing the whole, prepare you towards your retirement. Because simple steps leads to what? Powerful results. That steps now we're taking every day, every week, every month, every year. Now we invest it consistently. It's like as you are joking, by step by step by step. And you see the results. Because if you see many people, what they do is they just ignore investing, and you regret later. It's simple. Because in Timmy Kobasa, we invest crowd, I'll be okay at retirement. You need to do something. And you don't have to repeat that pattern. If you're the type that are not investing at all, you're not investing at all. You're not making sure, even a bit more crana, those that are in different countries are retirement crown will be it's some match for free. They don't even invest and get the match. But this plan will change all. So start now. Even if usika unya kakrebi krana. Remember, every dollar, every city, ratios in here. It doesn't matter the amount, it doesn't matter the currency, the ratios, a pound, a euro, and pound, just the ratio, 70% may spend it. 30% may invest it. Because remember, your future, it depends on your choices right now. Plan it. This rule 70-30 and your roadmap. Mananya will guide towards your peace of mind. Yeah, what stress in this one? Let this be the path out of your stress and uncertainty. And let it be, your foundation for building wealth. So if you don't have a plan, and even if you have a plan and it's not working, I recommended this amount. 70-30. 70-30 plan. Yɛhwɛ examples and I say yɛnyɛ mfato ho bi ɛwɔ 70-30 plan. Imagine say you 2,000 cedis per month and you 2,000 pounds per month. Maybe I will be on 2,000. Like I said, don't worry about the currency. The ratios is important. So I make 2,000. Whether it's in pounds, in euros, dollars, in cedis. 70% is saying out of 2,000, 1,004. So I'm going to spend 1,004. 1,004 is going to be everything that I'm spending. Yes, 1,004 is everything that I'm spending. Welcome. You see, 1,004, everything that I'm spending. And guess what? 600 is my investment money. The ratios 7%, 70%, 30%. We follow this plan for 1 year. 6 times 12, you're saying. 72. So if you're saving or you investing 600, about 72,000. See, across 12 months, that's Kaubinano. And guess what? So what's the Koshibi Bim Asad no crano? At least even 10% crana. That means you're adding about $720 and as cedis and as pounds, whatever. So the money you invested was 7,002. But at the end of the year, now about 10%, or almost 8,000. You see, at the beginning, it might look like small. This is a curve, not that it's slow. But if you imagine you are doing this consistently for maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, because that's 7% here, the 72, by the end, now 79, almost 8,000. And no, ebe compounded. And some of that year, no, it's 72 be was hard to one, and so it's compounded. That's it by every crowd will be also saying increment crana from 2,000 to maybe 2,200, 2,001. That means a little bit by the torso. So it changes everything. That's why I'm saying, you see, it's very meaningful progression because we share a course through gradually. Like I said, sometimes it might not look like a course through, but after a while, we have to take speed. And don't worry about this is the nice answer. I'm going to invest. This is my next cancer. I'm going to invest. This is making more money. No. Even if you earn lesser, this principle, it still works. Start with what you have, not with what you wish you had. It can be making 100,000, 80,000 years. Oh, now can be making 50,000, 30,000 there. It doesn't matter. Go with the ratio. Even if it's less, the principle, the principle, no, so the key is the discipline. And pure discipline beyond it unlock growth. Investing in 600 every month. Say fund being adequate, it be compounded. A compounding means what? Earning, generating more, and not generating over time. Yeah, sometimes when you're starting, don't look at the curve because but after a while, we say accelerate. Spending wisely, it helps you to cast weight habit. Investing wisely means we'll learn it before where you buy that thing, before you buy that asset. Begin small. Now we beginning small, so it starts to build your confidence, because increasing it contributes to growth. Oh, 1, what the 2 come one? I bet 3. What the 0.5 come? I bet 3.5. So all the time, if you are increasing it, even if it's not bringing you any profit on it or interest on it, that thing is continue to increase. It continue to grow. You see, as time goes on over time, you see, your money will work harder. Will be the kind of say, congratulations. Now your money is working harder than you do. Now the money that you invested, now baby we'll make it 2,000 a month. That money now is bringing in maybe 2,500. Will be kind of say, congratulations, you've been successful. And don't you see we want twice. It's a this example rule. It tells you that simple, practical things, complicated thing. This is just 70-30 rule. You're making sure that we are investing every 30% of our income. But the thing is, the trick is that money, money make answer. A long before you're 70 baby drill. So you're investing with the data. You're investing with your class and it's kind of baby drill. It already is gone. To be able to follow this, commitment, the hardest part is the beginning. Why you ready? The second hardest part, and they say, obey that, discipline that consistent, obey that consistent. It will be to build it, a calendar and I'll be around that 30% now so investing. So they can automate it, let it go before it comes. Then make sure track the progress every quarter or every month. Send echo see. It is okay, you will be so celebrity kakra and you're bad. And the end now was you spend it 30%. At the end now say you spend it 30%. You see, look at it 70% to spend because we need life too. There are so many things that goes on in our life. And I will say you live well too. You have tried a year, Juma. You're holding and I nyansa a year, Juma, at this caba. It's not just what squeezing on. The first APC invested for our future, the past APC DE in just what squeezing on, sir. Because we need to enjoy life. Now, also sustainability. Intimi invest be bia. I will struggle through, your man scanning. So no, you don't have to do that. We invest be bia na commode woma. We invest be bia na bia obeda kranye. I say me 2 million. We investment. Nice baby out that crying here. No 2 million every day be another crown. Now car says crown. No. And yes, I will say that's why you need the 70% to spend on yourself. You see, with the 70% after a while, you will see say you don't even spend the 70% anymore. Why? Because if things start going up, now you start making more. Maybe when you're starting now, won't say maybe you did the car, maybe there are so many things you have to take care of. So maybe the 2,000 crown, now we'll spend 1,000 for now a day, but you're still doing it. After a while, once consistently doing this, now you don't even need that 1,000 for anymore. That is when, after a while, we say even now you're spending 30,000, 30%. Now you're investing 70%. And now when you increment, now maybe we've gone from 2,000 to maybe 10,000. You see, because let's be honest, if you're making 50,000 and you are spending 70%, maybe it's normal. But if you're making 2 million and you're spending 70% of 2 million, which is maybe 1.4, that's a bit stretch, That means if you maybe say you said you're consistently, you are saving or investing more, way more than the whole thing. That's why it's good, always good to stick to the ratio. Now we increase the ratio instead of the money itself. The ratio. To boost a big baby crown, you don't even spend 10% of what you make because it's a lot. But make sure so you don't exceed 70%. That's how the plan will be weak, especially with Sikamo and Wofoma. Why? Because you need this life. You cannot spend everything and just neglect your future. You see, 70% the creative balance between comfort and discipline. It covers rent, food, transportation, essential need, mostly 4 walls. Especially we will be now save, we will be now investing. Now we'll start if you know. Make sure you take care of your 4 walls. When near man's what, take care of your 4 walls. You see, those are the needs the Nyama here, rent, food, transportation, clothing, utilities. Those are the 4 walls you need. Then the rest, but you start to investing. Because if you do that, so it allows rooms for modest enjoyment. See, still make sure so cancel be a home here in your life. Share expenses, reduce it. Also reduce you, be intentional. Because that is the discipline part now. Apart from say consistent that is the time you have to go to the drawing board. The drawing board say, hey, subscriptions will say me free. And we are not or see a statistic free. Yes, we need our 4 walls. We need food. And not just every day we have to dine at the restaurant. Yes, we need rent. And not just say we see 12 rent here outrageous. In here transportation, not just say we see your friend say $2 million car. And I say you use 200,000 car. Maybe at this point you between afford 2,000 car, 3,000 car. So you look into it and see which one now between your courtesy. To reduce them intentionally. Say still that ratio still work for you. 30% for investment, 70% for you. Make it in such a way, say, you see, that 30% I will invest in, and you negotiable. Whatever it is, you have to invest that 30%. But like I say, even if plans goes well, and you are not even spending even 10% of what you make. Now track it. Actual spending. And every month baby also in your free. Always prioritize needs versus wants over wants, because needs never be a car and a car and transportation should be easy for us. Your baby also transport a dear coba. And my life here easy. Am I? Now try to be avoided debt every day. Will be also deck or kojiska. Intimate school fees, intimate we try to avoid those things. The moment you start doing this now all the time, constantly, consistently, will save, we invest in. Was after a period of while, Sani money will be changed. Make sure so you don't under invest. Your friends invest, because if you're under investor, it slows your growth, your future growth. And most of the time we under invest. Why? Because it's kind of swinging. So make the point, say that investment part, 30%, and then negotiate out. I told you, very simple, but very powerful. Imagine consistently you're saving 30% in a period of 10 years. Even if that 30% is 10,000 a year. If it's a saying, even if it's 7,000 a year, even if we make it 2,000, that's 600, that we save us in a period of 10 years. So the 70%, say them why the 70%? Are flexible, because you hear yama be free. So you don't invest everything, then you are in trouble. Make sure to say you're not under investing. Living within your means, build a confidence. Now, confidence reduces stress. Stress will improve decision making, because what stress I better create to make a decision. See, better and better decisions improve your finance. So in making sure we are sticking within that boundary. 30% non-negotiable. The 70% here. You see, the spending, that spending now, because we use 70%, amount flexible in it. We won't say all of the sudden, that spending boundary, it protects your investment engine. It protects And I also respected that. Don't invest all. Not commodel. There's a bit of ground to me, but make sure so you're keeping the ratio. The ratio is the key. Keep the ratio, and your plan will be remaining strong. Why 30%? And then it be 30% no cry. You see, 30% is like I was saying, investing is where wealth building begins. Investing is where wealth building begins. It doesn't matter how much we make in this world. If you're not building, if you're not investing, you are dying. Because how do you go and invest here? You can mention names, people that have made over 500 million, over 500 million, over 30 million. These athletes, names, IIT will make you so much money because they did not invest. And they're on the way. You see, spending keeps the light on. By investing, creates new lights. Small, consistent investment grow into significant amount over a period of time. Because we invest here. Now investing here. Yes, investing is risky. But most of the time we in a year, you gain interest on those things now. Even if it's small crana, it's better than nothing. So if you're investing, so make sure, say, investing even as a compounding interest is your greatest ally. Because then this money nab and the man cost. Then I'll be to invest. Again, look at your environment. Again, our environmental. Again, I'm for yeska. Again, I'm for more cash flow. And one TV I don't invest in the things you don't understand. But there's so many things you can invest in. You see, because it won't open your eye. Because what dream Nessie, what dream be spending, you can't even think of the things you can invest in. But and found baby there are so many things you can invest in. Hey, so US or UK, what baby these bonds, index fund, mutual funds, those things in Juma, invest in those things. Yes, invest in those things. You see, when you look at the stock market, for instance, for the past 100 years, at least 10% on average, about 10%. Even for the past 5 years, shoot it up. Invest in those things. Hey, you Krum Kradia, Ghana, Africa Kradia, one crowd have for cramo. You can invest in so many things. Hey, I'm a full tomb video betting at Tombidi. Betting you be a partner, so walk around person between betting you be or you be a Tombidi betting a partner. Ubi o ton kuku betting a partner more ye. Ubetting a top Prabia, rent it. There are these people that are top Prabia home betting me. I rent it every month. Be our car. Motorbikes. So many things are betting me. Even if you don't want to leave your 9 to 5 job, sir. Between your for a partner is so many things. Between your for a partner, farming. A dinner between me. Even if what say make a wild crowd, there are so many people between my partner. Then that's all better. But I won't tear see I may invest in. Be I won't tear see be I may invest in. Wouldn't him in the yet. And the easy so between your home in the tear see and some investing. The last time I guy back kasa. Also a call Tamalico Fair Brew beton. Is it Cabibre or Bacoso or Tom Bidie? Kofa Bidie a bar crack. The surroundings no Tom. You go on touch it or call back on one or moody good normal de Breno Tiomoka. A bar or more to baby equal. There's so many things I'll be to investing. So we hear Jumana says he can't happen. At the end of the day, invest in those things. So look at your environment. Show environment, then age more. And then I'll be to be investing. Then I'll be to be investing. You see, sometimes they're hard because we be when you are be anyhow. But there are so many things. Say they make say Ghana Mokradia, and it's so simple. Because what name man does. They said you're kind a developing world. You see, developed world in the developing, you never be won't be investing anymore. But these places, there are so many things I'll be investing. Who started starting Kakra? Remember, scanner by 600. And then I'll be Kakra. Now we'll start it. Will be a partnership. Now making sure that the right people is on net. Now more Juma. Kakra. We said woko. There are so many things I'll be investing. Yeah, maybe say at the end I'll be investing. But also in education, because education is protecting that capital. You can't just go invest in anything. What you see, when you see a and son what you investing in. Learn before you invest to avoid costly mistakes. Education now be now sad in one some be protect your capital. You see, patient multiply capital. You may also any patient, especially you know one man on will be cancer be a year and work cruise can what they call. Instead of saying best starting the crib near city because sometimes we do our name in life when you say city. Kakra now best starting a be independent in the suba be yedi because suba to be fancy. Now on where investigate it a share cry call. But yes, you kind of clean. Meanwhile, in the crowd business when you be that will sorry no clean. So there are so many things you can invest in. Hey, a bar or more US near idea. Look at the market. It goes up and down. Ubu wana see no akwa nisika. Esa won't me invest here. Because a call up but down. But on average 10% ubenya. to focus on long term, not this short term. And then be also time marketing or train then the cost of no kwakoto. Satan cost ready. Tamana from na also auto. So these are small things that 30% now also investing. Also timi bon by now team the invested niama a bit me usika na grow a bit me na cost. We hear patience, we hear education, we hear discipline. But remember, it's all the time we contribute. That 30% money is non-negotiable and found this in CTBR. Oh yeah. Now we'll watch out for fees. Fees. I will treat you. You are never be on one, especially say, yeah, I'm say we invest it. Now we treat fees on one share that fees is between 18 to your profit. Look at on those things. Now we balance with CDC. You know, we be so many things. The profits never, you know, the cash flow. But remember, all these were a risk. It's a risk instead of investment be a risk. We take a risk. Now constantly we increase the contribution. 600 constantly. You know, the be shaha, the be cost, the be shaha. The bedroom point be now if your cash flow ever more than they will make it be a 9 to 5. Because the moment I will start to say who contribute all the time, income, we say you grow. And hence as opportunity be about investment, what things will be to me. Hence I cry you see more opportunities. But it can be everyone so we didn't now invest be opportunities in crown be. Hence at the 9 to 5 and I quite be away. But look at the economy, the challenges about these things are common. You see, I see people that are winning with money, the so-called millions, they have 7 sources of income on average. They would focus on one people, the so crowd one or son also. Imagine. Obi was 7 sources of income. I'm almost or one source of income. So make sure so we invest it. 30% and negotiable. And negotiable. They increase all the time. All the time. Men try to beat the market now. All the time we increase it. Make sure so another 30% all the time. You see, the earlier you begin so, the greater the outcome. The longer but persistent. Watch out for compounding interest. Check it, send it equal. Make sure so turning your investment to seeds. Every man is a forest. Seed now do a full baby. Because consistently we invest it. Consistently we make sure so investing. My future self and you're proud of you. If you common mistakes, I may be see me bro undermine the plan, that plan mistake. Say that make earlier one. All of a sudden we say instead of 30%, now if you will change the plan, if you 20%, but one if you do 0%. They we miss spending investment money with that spending money near missing with investment money. They didn't have one account to me, no, separate them completely. And monogram accounts are and could be was second. It be no investment altogether. So you'll be an own time investor. But they start with small. Because one tries to invest here, you always trade time for money. You always. Now I feel retire better. Mistakes maybe also we invest in things we don't understand. You pay quick money. And Chebia almost D&D be to scooter D&D more 20 your friends say it's 10% a day. I'm of kiki. Almost can. You see, if you cannot explain the thing clearly, if you grab also if you can use one sentence to explain what that investment is, you don't understand it. Let it go. You invested. You see, especially when you come baby a free. Bank 20%, 30%. So look, your environment and sanity. It shows a baby san yen. Period. Send Abinya Okoji Skako 30% or so. And for into Bosiaso. And for into Bosiaso. Living so on man. Pressure, more pressure to almost so. High pressure decision create high power outcome. Head they also co-investigate to pressure man. And no suddenly overnight investment be returns be Buani is coming. The best coming is here. So don't panic. Man, it's a stock market in for Tobo. Because time and again, a best so track everything you're doing. Make sure so you're not wasting. Reduce waste. Now we will be sure. Se sikan fa mu de bia de ahia bafa. Sikan fa won sem de bia ahia bafa. Because bibisia uni hwe. Nemu try so betimi ay bibia. Sikan we sikan fa won se cash flow no ba all the time. Say ni bibisi kra na uni bafa bi wo kra because the BS care fa won sem. Number say what tire pipe na a problem can crazy. Always continue. It's a progress. No? If you say it's slower, continue. And then compare who Jenny now who is somebody that. Because so comparison is still focus, enjoy. Who be on no course still giddy. Who the I feel that was started. It never compare home. They protect it's a 70-30 plan from impulse buying. They protect yourself from that, future mistakes. Nyama be more future. Think long term. You see me shows what I say 70-30 plan and a rule. And then take fire juma. Starting now. You see, when is the best time for investment? Was 20 years ago. When is the second best time right now? That means what year? Emanenko. Start to say we use 70-30. And found a baby will be making sure 30% eco investment. At the same time, share this view because you need to hear this plan. Because we all need to be smart with money. And smart with money. At the same time, so leave a comment. So good TV video, yeah. Leave a comment. Say, oh, so statistics here now. Hit the like button. Let's subscribe for these financial tips all the time. Subscribe to the Patrick Berfi YouTube channel and so between your boy because every Wednesday so you hear that financial Niamano Patrick Berfi show. Start now. Like I was saying, my budget I'll bet me a use you bet me a boy. Ama when they two chat box no. Open say we use to budget. I'll bet me a use this plan. I bet me a boy for solutions.com/budget. Go to patricksolution.com/budget. With your tune. Start now. Make the decision today. Are you ready? Am I in training? Are we also stick to the plan? Stay disciplined. Don't say money and I'm going to see can I grow. It's possible. You see, it's simple, but like I said, it's very powerful. So, procrastination and take you over. Because procrastination will kill your dreams. Don't let unnecessary spending be drain your salary and fear and stop you from investing. And my excuse and hold you back, right? But me is the way. But me change your life with this gradually as a way and may change you. But me build the world too. This plan is very simple but very, very powerful. But me live stress free. All you need is this discipline and a consistency. Today now train. Start now. My name is Patrick Berfi. High Life Radio now is a program now in the brown. Make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. See you on Monday again. Bye-bye.